Howdy folks, Jamboree here. Well, it seems to be Thanksgiving for you Americans out there, while us Brits are still trying to clean up all the fireworks from Guy Fawkes Day and getting ready for Christmas. Around Thanksgiving, people like to watch movies and specials. One such example would be a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Now, this is a Peanuts holiday special that not many people seem to talk about. It's often overshadowed by the Christmas special and the Halloween special. So my question is, does it deserve more praise and attention? Well, let's take a look at it. The special opens by addressing the disappointing things about Thanksgiving, how it lacks the flair and gifts of other holidays, or how it's awkwardly squashed between Halloween and Christmas. Stuff like that.
It seems Thanksgiving Day is upon us. I haven't even finished eating all my Halloween candy!
It all makes for some funny, dry-witted commentary on Thanksgiving's downsides from a child's perspective.
Anyway, why should I give thanks on Thanksgiving? What have I got to be thankful for? All it does is make more work for us at school.
We also learned that Charlie Brown will be hosting a Thanksgiving dinner, so Snoopy and Woodstock get the table and chairs ready. This sequence could have been very mundane and ordinary, but director Bill Melendez finds creative comedic opportunities in it all, going as far as getting into absurdist territory, becoming surreal even for Peanuts standards. While all of this is happening, there's a laid-back jazz track called Little Birdy playing in the background, sung by the regular composer for the Peanuts cartoons, Vince Guaraldi.
Little birdie, why do you fly upside down? It's amazing that the way you get around.
It's a soothing, cool track that goes along nicely with the autumn backgrounds and wholesome get-together vibe. Snoopy then cooks the Thanksgiving dinner, but in the Beagle's true fashion, it's really silly and unconventional. I quite love how weird it is though, as it gives the special its own unique recipe for the tradition. Snoopy is also clearly having so much fun, look at him! Taking great joy from prepping the toast and cooking the popcorn. He's not being too lazy to make a traditional dinner, he's just being his usual quirky self. This is normal for him, and I adore that. When the kids finally take their seats, Linus tells the story of Thanksgiving.
In the year 1621, the Pilgrims held their first Thanksgiving feast. They invited the great Indian chief, Massasoit, who brought 90 of his brave Indians, and a great abundance of food.
So, we know that this is a fabricated narrative, one that ignores the realities of colonial genocide. While I understand the sensitive controversy surrounding this story and how it whitewashes Native American history, at the same time, I do get how the story's message rings true with the film itself. You see, when Snoopy's wacky dinner is placed on the table for the guests, Peppermint Patty is outraged, insulted by the fact that there's no turkey or gravy.
Look at this! Is this what you call a Thanksgiving Day dinner? Did we come across town for this? We're supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner.
But Marcy makes her reconsider the situation, pointing holes in her entitlement.
Now wait a minute, sir. Did he invite you here to dinner? Or did you invite yourself and us too?
Now, I was expecting Peppermint Patty to ignore this, as abrasiveness is her main character trait, but surprisingly, she has a change of heart. She understands Marcy, which is a huge deal when character arcs are rarely explored in Peanuts cartoons. So, to help him feel better, Marcy goes to assure Charlie about the real meaning of Thanksgiving, using Linus's story.
I don't feel bad for myself. I just feel bad because I ruined everyone's Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving is more than eating, Chuck. You heard what Linus was saying out there. Those early pilgrims were thankful for what had happened to them. And we should be thankful too. We should just be thankful for being together.
Patty maturely apologizes to Charlie with no backhanded aggression. She's genuinely apologetic and does want to make it up to him. It's quite a poignant moment for a character renowned for a loud personality.
Apologies accepted, Chuck, old boy?
Sure.
There's enough problems in the world already, Chuck, without these stupid misunderstandings.
Luckily, Charlie Brown's grandma calls about her own Thanksgiving dinner and invites everyone to her house for a more suitable holiday meal, so it all panned out okay by the end. I do also love how Snoopy is still cooking popcorn at this point, even after the dinner was a disaster. Like I said, he's just being himself. He sincerely wanted to make popcorn for everyone. That's adorable. Of course, this is a Peanuts cartoon. You never get to see the adults, so we don't have an opportunity to watch the kids having their Thanksgiving dinner at Charlie Brown's grandma's house. Instead, we have a lovely scene of Snoopy and Woodstock eating their Thanksgiving dinner. It's a sweet ending, and I particularly love the warm oranges of the background. Although some were upset at the idea of Woodstock eating another bird, which I understand, but it doesn't exactly make me that angry. Now, I think I should address the elephant in the room. You see, this film has been accused of racism. People find it racist that the white children are on one side of the table and Franklin is on his own on the other, with the Caucasian kids seated on garden dining chairs and Franklin in a lawn chair. However, I do feel as if that people are kind of ignoring certain contexts and stretching things a bit, because I don't exactly see this scene as intentionally racist. I mean, let's not ignore how Franklin isn't the only kid on his own on one side of the table. Also, most of the kids have their own purposes in this scene. Charlie is the host, Snoopy is the chef, Linus is the storyteller, Patty is the self-entitled guest, and Marcy is the voice of reason. This is why Franklin needs something to do, making him perfect for the lawn chair, which plays into a running physical comedy gag that was set up earlier with Snoopy. It's also important to realise that there's no racist malice from any of the white kids, as Franklin is welcomely invited to the Thanksgiving dinner by Patty, and Charlie politely lets him into the house without any fuss. Not to mention, Franklin chose his own seat, even when others were available. None of the kids forced him into the lawn chair. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. But there's just too many holes in this accusation for me to confidently agree that this is an anti-black propaganda film. Especially when the character of Franklin was introduced by Peanuts creator Charles Schulz as his way of contributing to the civil rights movement, the same year when Martin Luther King died. Anyway, going back to my original question at the beginning of this video, do I think that this is an underrated Peanuts holiday special? Yes. Yes, I do. It's just as charming and well made as any other Peanuts special. I do think people need to give it a chance, and its message can speak to people outside of America. I've been Jamboree, and I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you did, then feel free to like, subscribe, and share. So, what do you think of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving? Let me know in the comment section below. Cheerio, folks.